and evangelism as key to sustaining growth and spreading the gospel through digital platforms. The event ended with a renewed commitment from ministers and workers to strengthen missions, embrace technology, deepen fellowship, and advance the church's role in transforming lives and communities. Isaac Jibo, NTA News.
Abuja local government area in Borno State since 2013 has experienced displacements and abductions resulting from persistent insurgencies in the northeast. So these challenges, individuals are taking steps to advance the cause to assuage the pains of victims, seeking government support and intervention to restore dignity of displaced persons. Moses Queer brings us insights.
After being uprooted from their homes by insurgency, displaced persons from Gozak, Borno State are making an emotional plea to the government and relevant agencies. At a media briefing meetings,
we the concerns citizens of Goza local government area of Borno State issue this press release to draw urgent national attention to the continuing plight of our displaced people.
Their plea further assuage the authorities, urging for a transparency and accountability in the repatriation processes and a comprehensive call, well-coordinated resettlement and recovery program that addresses housing, education, healthcare, and livelihood.
Restore our homes, restore our children, restore our dignity.
Brothers and sisters, they are outside. It's a birth certificate.
Deputy Director, Voter Education and Publicity, INEC FCT, Samuel Bassi, emphasized that prospective registrants must be 18 years and above, as measures are in place to check underage registration.
In the course of a registration, if a registration officer has any doubts regarding the
noting that the Commission's
continuous voter registration exercise is a window to have such information corrected by the affected registrants uploading, the right information about them.
Aside from registration, the exercise also caters to other sundry issues such as replacement of permanent voter cards, transfers, and correction of names. Ifoma Ojinta, NTA News.
Many thanks to Ifoma, and to shed more light on the ongoing voter registration, here is my colleague Cecilia Julius, who had an engagement with the Director of Voter Education and Publicity with INEC FCT, Samuel Bassi, as he will give us more on the enlightenment.
We are joined in the studio live with Samuel Bassi, the Deputy Director of Voter Education and Publicity, INEC FCT. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Out there, Nigerians, on the importance of the exercise and why every eligible Nigerian is supposed to participate.
Yeah, the procedure of the continuous voter registration exercise has resumed, like you said, last month. I think precisely the online pre-registration provides an opportunity for Nigerians to register to vote, and also to, in line with our mandates, is an opportunity for the Commission as an INEC to register Nigerians that are qualified to vote, and also to prepare, maintain, and update voter register, which is an outcome of the registration exercise for the purpose of elections authorized by the Constitution.
Okay. Going beyond the importance of it, as an authorized representative, could you tell us about who is eligible to participate?
Well, eligibility, first and foremost, you must be a Nigerian. And the other thing is that you must be 18 years and above. And regards this thing, is a continuous voter registration, which means that it's not fresh if you've registered before. 2011, your registration is valid. You've not registered before and you're 18 years and above, you are qualified to register to vote. And secondly, it's advised that you registered in a location or polling unit closest to you for the convenience of movement during elections.
Okay. Okay. Let's also look at why CVR process.
Well, that's a valid question. Why the process? We are practicing participatory democracy with periodic elections. To qualify to vote in an election, must register and have your PVC. That's the essence of it. It's a process that leads to registration of qualified Nigerians to enable them vote during an election.
Okay. I bid me to say, is the exercise credible? Does it hold Nigerians to their integrity, and is it a transparent process? Let's hear from you.
It's a transparent process. The measures put in place, kind of, is to enhance the credibility of it. Understand? At the point of registration, there are information demanded if the registration officer mandated by INEC is in doubt of one's nationality and maybe issue of age. There's information demanded, to ascertain this, your age and your nationality. These are measures put in place to make the exercise credible and transparent.
Okay. I know recently most Nigerians are uninterested in the process, looking at the turnout of persons who have registered so far. Many Nigerians, actually, some believe it's not a credible process.
Of the process of CVR and also to the conduct of elections. And you can see that the outcomes of the processes of the elections conducted, the processes and the outcomes well adjudged as credible. I advise Nigerians to whatever perceptions that they may have heard about the integrity of these days, should let go that we are committed to have them registered for the purpose of elections, and we are committed to the integrity of the process.
Okay. For those who have registered for their permanent voters card, how can it be accessed? And without the hassle and the challenges ascribed to it?
Incidentally, all the we've also made provisions for collections of PVCs in the course of registration. So we advised citizens that have registered and not collected their PVCs, registered before they have not collected their PVCs, to go to the INEC office in the local government that they registered for their PVCs. The process of collection is kind of seamless. And again, in the course of this registration, we get the numbers, viable telephone numbers, GSM numbers of registrants. This to enable us to contact them, and notify them when their PVCs, are ready, and they pick up locations for these things. So with this, providing measures put in place, it's kind of easy to get the notifications as to when your PVC is ready and the location to pick up your PVCs.
Okay. Going further, let's look at, for those who are interested in transferring their PVCs to their location for the requirements to ensure that their voter cards are transferred.
The requirement, there are two ways of doing this. You can go online to get these things done. The process online, visiting our portal is kind of seamless. We provide the information where you want your registration or your polling unit to be transferred to. That's all. Or if you have difficulties, for those that don't have access to facilities for this, Android phone with internet, advise to go to any of our offices or designated centers for registration exercise to get these things done. The process is kind of simple.
Okay. For those in the rural areas where these things are not accessible, what's the plan of the INEC to ensure that people in the rural areas are able to register for the CVR?
Yeah, it's a major concern actually. Incidentally, on the 29th of this month, the registration would be extended to the electoral wards, the 62 electoral wards in FCT. This will help in bringing closer to the people the registration centers. And again, too, regarding the online registration, we've been trying to engage the community, you know, encouraging people with access to phone and internet to help in the online registration. Understand? And a number of people have volunteered. Those helping those in rural areas, you know, to have access to these things. So these are things we kind of encourage people in the communities to do. But like I said earlier, 29th of this month, there'll be devolution of the exercise to the registration centers, the electoral wards, you know, to, you know, kind of for easy access of people to the centers for the purpose of registration to vote.
Now, what's the plan of INEC FCT in ensuring that vulnerable groups also have this privilege?
You know, there's also provisions you know, put in place. We prioritize the participation of the disadvantaged groups, the women, the elderly, persons with disabilities. And in all of our electoral activities, we give them priority attention, you know, when they come for activities, in this case, registration. They are attended to first before others. And also ensure that our centers, designated centers for electoral activities, including the CVR, PWD friendly. That's for access and participation. And for elections, there are a lot of provisions put in place to encourage the participation of persons with disabilities, women, and the elderly.
So lastly, before we go, what's your advice to Nigerians who, despite all odds, still do not want to register for it?
Well, we cannot sit on the fence. He must also be part of this. An election process centers around informed participation of the people. Understand? If you do not, you know, avail yourselves of opportunity like this to register to vote, I don't think you have a moral right to criticize, you know, the outcome of the process and issue of governance. So we appeal to Nigerians to avail themselves of this opportunity, turn out, exercise your, you know, your constitutional rights by coming out to register for the purpose of elections. Mind you, there's elections coming up in FCT in February, and also there's general elections coming up, you know, in 2027. A severe exercise, you know, is the key to get the PVC for the purpose of the elections. Voting in the elections.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your time. I hope Nigerians out there can hear this and take the right step. Thank you. We've been talking to Samuel Bassi, the Deputy Director of Voter Education and Publicity, INEC FCT. Good evening. Glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
The station NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
And up next is Weekly News Wrap.
Hello and welcome to Weekly News Wrap, your roundup of major stories that made headlines in the past week. I am Kenechukwu Ojuyenim. From the presidency, national scholars under the Renewed Hope Initiative National Scholarship Program have received a third tranche of 1 million naira to support their studies. First Lady Oluremi Tinubu presented the funds and laptops during a midterm interactive session where beneficiaries also received guidance on early business ventures. Still in the territory, officials of the FCT Education Secretariat inspected schools within the city center to assess academic activities on resumption. On education resumption, public and private schools across the Federal Capital Territory have resumed for the 2025 and 2026 academic session with an impressive turnout on the first day. The Federal Road Safety Corps has appealed for more cooperation for road users at accident scene, citing delays that caused Monday traffic congestion along the Kubwa Expressway. And finally, on security preparedness, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, FCT Command, in collaboration with the Army Headquarters Garrison, has wrapped up a one-week tactical training for 174 personnel. The exercise aimed to boost operational efficiency using modern and security tools. That's the weekly news wrap. I'm Kenechiko Ojoyenim. Thanks for watching and stay informed.
Sports brief.
Nigeria's Kadri Haruna was eliminated from the World Table Tennis Champions Macau 2025 after losing 3-1 to Germany's Patrick Franziska in the men's singles round of 16. Despite taking the third set 13-11, Haruna couldn't sustain his momentum, losing 11-8, 11-5, 11-13, 11-7. Haruna had shown impressive form earlier in the tournament, beating China's Han Yuozheng in straight games 11-3, 11-8, 11-8 in the first round. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National League has barred Akwa United, Heartland FC, Gombe United, Lobi Stars and Sunshine Stars from registering for the 2025-2026 season due to unresolved financial obligations. These clubs, all recently relegated from the Nigerian Premier Football League, must provide verifiable evidence of compliance with rulings from the Nigerian Football Federation Players Status and Arbitration Committee to register. The NNL aims to promote professionalism and financial discipline across the league. The NLL's decision to bar indebted clubs from registration is seen as a necessary step towards promoting financial discipline and accountability in Nigerian football. The league body emphasized that clubs must prioritize the welfare of players and officials while maintaining professionalism. Finally, João Mendes, son of Brazilian legend Ronaldinho, has joined English Championship club Hull City on a one-year deal. The 20-year-old winger had a stint with Burnley's under-21s last season but hasn't made his professional debut yet. Mendes' father Ronaldinho is a Ballon d'Or winner and World Cup champion, playing 207 times for Barcelona. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dugu, NTA News.
YouTube.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news.
On the news at 7.
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan
The station NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
Would say have a lovely day.
Good evening, glad to have you join us.
Thanks for joining us on Weekly News Wrap.
Thank you very much for having me.
And it is on that note we welcome you to today's edition of the program.
I will celebrate creativity, lasting impressions.
There's no book stating that this is the role for men.
On the news. Discourse
on the news at 7.
Jama'a barkanmu da wannan
The station NTA Channel 5.